Hey, welcome back from break, everyone. I hope you all are in a creative mood, but if you're not, maybe even better for you to be here. We want to make sure you're in an active place in your brain, not a passive one. So this year, we're doing more to engage people with art, music, and performance. But even then, it's easy to become a bystander, which is why we have invited the very brilliant and talented Amanda Richer to lead us in an exercise to get us into an actively creative place midway through our day. So, on top of being an advocate, a consultant, a liaison, all the hats that she wears, she's also a visual artist. And we are lucky enough to have Amanda do a little demo for us on drawing. So, everyone, please pull out your pens, your colored pencils, your paper, the backside of your coloring sheets, and follow along. And from here, I hand it over to you, Amanda.
So I've got a pencil and I've got a paper here. But first, I just wanted to say before we begin this, I would like everybody to try to silence that voice in your head that tells you you can't create, that you can't draw, that you can't paint. So we're going to silence that and we're going to come in and we're going to have some fun. So I couldn't think of and I don't draw usually. I'm going to be real honest about that. I'm a painter, but I couldn't think of a better exercise for this conference, especially than drawing a puppy, a dog, and seeing where it goes from there. So follow along. I hope I make it pretty easy and everybody can see. So here we go. Here's our paper right here. It's blank. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start out and we're just going to draw a circle. Kind of just like shading circle, right? It doesn't have to be, we just want to kind of engage it like that. All right. Now that we have our circle here, can you see? Circle. Okay. Now we're going to divide it into four. Just really lightly with your pencil or pen, come down and just cut that circle in half. Okay. Cut that circle in half. Now we're going to come to the outside of the circle and we're going to draw another line. Mine was a little on the outside. And we're going to do the same thing on that side. So now this is what your drawing should look like. You got a circle and you got three lines. Now we're going to take on the horizontal and we're going to come right down here and we're going to cut it again in half. With our line like that. And that's what it should look like right now. Now we're going to take another line up at the top, just like we did on the sides, except we're going to do it on the top and we're going to do it on the bottom. Your drawing should look something like this, gridded out. Now our top two, so right here and right here, we're going to go to the middle of that and up. So I'm just going to draw a circle there and a circle there, just like that. Two little circles, okay? Now I'm going to come down on this line here, about in the middle, make a little marking there, see? Now we're going to take that line and just lightly come across. So it's going to look something like that. Now we're going to come down and we're going to just kind of take it into like a half circle. So now we got something looking like this. Okay. Now we're going to take a line and we're just going to come down just a little bit under that line like that. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And it's going to look like that. Now we're going to bring this up, this side. See where that line ends? If you can see. So the line ends right here. We're going to take that up just like we would do almost a circle, but we're gonna really get light up at the top, okay? Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, coming up and getting lighter. Your drawing should look something like that now. Now here, we're gonna take this, we're just gonna come across like this. Now your drawing looks something like this. Now about right here, where this circle is, we're gonna just kind of straighten that out, right? So we're gonna start here at where the muzzle ends right here. We're just gonna kind of straighten that line, a little more angular. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. A little more angular, just like that, okay? Now your drawing's gonna look something like that. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do the ears. So we're gonna start right about here and we're just gonna come down. So you hit about right there. Okay, so you're gonna take that curve and you're gonna hit right here in this part of the grid, right in the middle there. And then when you hit that, you're gonna come back in and you're gonna end right where that is. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Your drawing should look something like this. Now we're gonna take about right here. So in between where this ear is, that halfway point, we're going to come on over, right over here. You can see right about there. And we're just going to draw that neckline down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just draw the neck down a little bit. And now your drawing is going to look something like that. Now you can go ahead, see if I can get down a little bit. You can go ahead and start erasing those grid lines. I'm going to keep mine up here so you can see a little bit more, and we'll just go step by step through this, but you can take away the grid lines and it'll leave you with a clean slate. So first I'm going to start over here on the eyes, right? So we got our eyes right here. And I'm just going to come underneath right here. Make a little dot here. So I'm going to come under here and I'm going to come straight up, hitting the side of that circle and just lightly up there, right? And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to look something like that. So taking it from the bottom, coming straight up, and just lightly. Okay. Now here, I'm going to take it from right about here on that outside edge, just come up, follow that eye up right to that dot. I'm just going to take it right there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, but I actually have to turn the page, or not turn the page, but turn it towards me for a second to do this line. Now your drawing should look similar to this, without the grid lines, of course. Now in this circle here, the eye, I'm going to just draw a little square, little circle right there with the pupil next to it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, little square there with the pupil right there. Now, those are the light points. Now I want to come in and I want to just really lightly color in those eyes. Making sure to avoid that light spot. Now your drawing should look similar to this. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to work on the nose. So we're going to take that straight line that we drew and just kind of round it out just a little bit. Just take that. It's going to look similar to that. Just kind of round that out. We're going to come up here. We're going to draw that little circle, that almost comma there, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. We're going to round it off and get that little comma looking thing, right? Now we're going to come down here. We're just going to shape that little line there and bring it down. By now, your drawing should look like this. That cute little nose there. And we're just going to kind of shade that in really lightly here. Our lines will still be noticeable. Now we can leave this. Actually, I'm going to come down. We're just going to kind of bring the lips together like that. Now with this muzzle, we're going to take our pencil, we're going to apply just a little more pressure, and we're going to come out and we're going to just really give it some fur, right? Let's just give it some texture there. Again, really, really lightly. Mm. So now your drawing should look very similar to this. Okay, now we're going to come up here. We're going to just kind of do the same thing with the side of the face up to about the ears. Just give it a little bit of texture there, a little bit of fur. Now it should look something similar to that. We're just going to lightly shade up the side here, just really lightly with the side of your pencil. We're going to do the same thing up here, texture, but we're going to do it. Now we're going to kind of draw out the ears a little bit more. Just round those out. Draw a little more defined line. Now your drawing should look something similar to this. And again, I understand the guidelines on mine are still there, but do the same thing. Do the same thing with that other ear. Just round it out. I'm not going to bring this one completely to the other line. We're going to come down a little bit like that. It's a little point over this side. Maybe a little more fur there. And again, bring it up with that definition, right? Now your drawing should look similar to that. Okay, now on the neck, we're going to bring this down here. See where our neck is over here? We're just going to take where that right about halfway and just slope it down into the shoulder, right? Just like that. Slope it down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to slope it down like that, right? Now your drawing should look something similar to that. Now we're going to take and we're just going to draw right on the neck. I'm going to draw that. Just a little itty bitty half circle. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, right? Little half circle. We're going to take that half circle and we're going to come down. Right underneath that chin. So come down and then take the top side and come down, stop at the muzzle, bring that top side, stop at the muzzle. We're just going to shade that in. That's your collar. And I see we're almost out of time, so I will hurry this along. Now we're going to draw a little line here that meets up with a little itty bitty line here. So your drawing is going to look like that. Now we're going to take that little line and we're going to come down, draw a heart. That is not the greatest heart in the world, but probably because I'm trying to hurry, I just dropped my pencil. So it's going to look something like this. And because of the conference we are in, my dog is my home. And you can take time after the session, you can color it in, you can do your shading, make it even more realistic. You know, there's a lot of fun to be had. So I hope you enjoyed this. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Amanda. That was super fun. And I feel like my creative juices are flowing. And I'd also like to show off. Oh no, I'm going to take my background off for a second, everyone, so I can show you. So I can show you my beautiful creation. Let's see here. It seems like a lot of effort to show off my drawing, but thanks, Amanda. I'm super excited about that. And I'd love to see some other doggy drawings too. If anyone wants to hold theirs up to the camera, I would love
And if
to.
anybody is shy, I would like to show you when I first started drawing these in practice. So if you've ever seen medieval drawings of like cats or dogs.
Cool.
So let's go easy on ourselves and realize like it takes time. So don't be shy in showing.
Oh, look, Vanessa's showing hers off and it looks really good. Very nice. Look at what you've done, Amanda. You've made us all into artists. So thanks for showing us how to draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
And folks, feel free to, our official voting period for our photo contest is over, but feel free to continue to post. You can snap a photo of your doggy drawing and put it in our gallery so that we can take a peek. So thanks again, Amanda.